Don't catch her, Cloud. Oh, wait, now you gotta catch her. She almost died.
My hero.
Never a dull moment with you.
That a compliment?
Uh,
You have to
Not
ask,
really.
probably not.
Thanks anyway.
Gainsborough, Jesus
We're
Christ,
getting
what a
closer to
name.
the station.
She's a healer, right? She's like a
If
dedicated
so,
healer.
We'll probably run into a few
Aerith?
monsters
Yeah, I
on
mean,
the
like,
way.
yeah. I think she's meant to be like a white mage, usually.
There's a face that screams, so what?
I don't know, they have
Yeah.
costumes.
I've thought scarier things.
No, I don't think so.
Right jobs, I guess.
No, not really.
That's my
Where are
favorite.
you
I
going,
love.
Cloud?
I wanted to look around. You guys don't ever let me look around. Oh, you know, I realized that I never thought about how cool the next few games are going to be for this, because I know there's a big open world exploration part of this game once you get out of Midgar. So, ew. What the fuck is this thing?
Get him!
Best do it right.
Mischievous creatures found out through the slums. They come to Midgar in search of food and have proliferated since. They attack by turning into foes that spawn to their back. Okay. Oh, what the fuck?
Every game has like, you know, like the like said Final Fantasy 13 is kind of
Someone
like
looks like
infamous for
they're
having
in their
like one of
element.
the latest entry points to that bit of the game, but I really don't mind it.
What is?
13, like the open world section of that game is so late into the game.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people did not like
That's
it.
that's what I'm excited about in this one though, because it's going to be during, you know, it's going to be a remake, so it's going to be with modern technology. It'll be so exciting. I love 15, but yeah, you're right. People, I think that's one of the things people hated about 15.
Cover your back.
Now open and like, I think a lot of people hate it because you had to like drop everywhere and stuff. But
You don't though. You get to fast travel.
yeah,
I think it's just something that people. I think it's like we talked about that one time. It's just it's not the first Final Fantasy they played, so they don't like it.
yeah. There's some people who like absolutely love that game and consider it their favorite, if not the best, and that's totally valid.
Compared to
It's an
you?
opinion.
No.
Everyone's right on
Training
their own
grounds,
opinion. Yeah,
barracks,
I think the problem comes when
battlefields.
people are like, they're like,
That's the world.
only my opinion is right. Like, this
Right.
is the best
Well,
part
when
about
it literally destroys the franchise, or not the franchise, because this franchise isn't going anywhere, but you know, when it destroys what they had planned for that game, man, it really bothers me because from what I'm reading in the book, it would have been so fucking devastating to see all this and it played out on the screen, you know. For 15,
think, like,
for 15.
I think like 16 is a return to like more classic Final Fantasy like
Yeah.
themes, but I also did not mind like the more modern take on things here. Like,
No, I love it being an actual RPG, man.
people are like, because one of the biggest complaints 15 had was like, there's not enough fantasy in this game. It's too modern and too much tech. And then they'll also turn around and say that Final Fantasy VII is their favorite game.
Yeah,
which
right.
Is like 100% just Machina or whatever. Like, it's all mechanics in 7. Like, it's all Machina. And then turn around and complain about that in 15. Like, it's so backwards.
There's
Like,
no need to shout.
the thing they love about 7 is what they hated about
Yeah.
15.
Well,
you can't have
Exactly.
View of
Yeah.
the reactor.
It's just nostalgia,
really
man. Pisses me
just,
off.
it's all it is, nostalgia.
It's on fire!
Ain't a show.
They know that. Don't worry.
Oh, didn't expect to see you here.
Huh?
Like, it's frustrating
Yeah.
because then it
Oh,
hurts the
On
game's
your way home
Yeah,
from
yeah.
church?
potential possibility.
Well,
And to
glad
me,
you're okay.
it's a difference to say something is a bad game
No,
versus you
that's
don't like
something
it.
at least.
You
Yeah,
know,
there's
like
a-
a bad game is saying that like, oh, this thing's a complete garbage. In my opinion, it's pretty hard to make a bad game. Like you just gotta show that you didn't care about it at all,
If
and
you
it
consider
performs
Final
bad.
Fantasy a bad game, then like I can't imagine what your car is. Like, what is?
Yeah, like yeah, for real.
Like, they're gonna sell Black Ops 3. Like, so that's stupid. Like, it's so bad. Like, you can't sit there and say that any Final Fantasy game is a bad game.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the numbers just disagree with you.
yeah.
You may not like it. You may think
There's
it's boring.
there's literally 16 games, not including spin-offs, bro. Like,
Yeah,
well,
there's
actually
less-
more than that because there's 10-2, the 13-3. Like shit, man.
I mean, there's so many. Not to mention the remakes at this point too. That also
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
like, it's objectively a popular game. in a popular franchise. You may not like it, but that doesn't make it bad.
Yeah, and like you said, that's valid. It's valid not to like it, but don't fucking say like, oh, this game's so stupid. Like, oh, it's so bad. Like, it's not. No, it's not. It's like, it's a great game.
It's very frustrating to me to see people. That's why I had same thing with like reviews recently. I feel like in the past few years have gotten so opinionated, where they try to spot their opinion as fact. Like, I didn't like this part about the game, so therefore it is a bad game. 0 out of 10. No, that's objective. I mean, it's not objective. It's just bias. You're not being objective. You're not looking at it objectively.
Yeah.
I don't really know why that's been happening, but it definitely has been happening more. I feel like, especially in the game reviews, like area.
Yeah. Well, and also like one thing that,
Another Turk.
like when there's like a small, when there's like one thing they don't like, and then they do that whole 0 out of 10 thing. They like say it's literally the worst game ever, unplayable now, and it's one example of that is
Don't care.
they added anti-modding stuff to Monster Hunter,
Stick to the back streets?
and people are like, yeah. People are like, oh, this game's literally trash now. And it's like, no, it's not. It's good. You're just mad that you can't mod it. And that's valid. You can have that complaint, but it doesn't make it a bad game.
Yeah, you just don't like it. That's it.
Yep, that's the end of the story. Yep.
They'll see you.
That's, I mean, there's literally no more to it. Like,
Yeah.
that's all there is.
You don't like this decision they made, which is again valid. I don't know. One of my friends reviewed it, like they went and negative reviewed Monster Hunter Rise after he had sunk 50 hours into it, and and somebody in the comments started like fact checking and being like, they already had anti-modding stuff in place. They just changed the engine that the anti-modding
We've got the run of
stuff that they had used, and that has messed up a lot of mod money.
I hate when people are like, will complain like the game will come like with an update that like fixes stuff or like unbalanced things.
Yeah.
And they'll pitch a fit and then they've ruined the game and like no one's gonna like this anymore. Look at they fixed things that they didn't do before. That's I think it goes hand in hand with each other. Like people just I think they just want to be mad.
Yeah. That's really it, man. And it's crazy to me when it's like the the people who call themselves like loyal fans of the series that do that shit. You know what I mean? Like the Resident Evil fandom's just as bad as the Final Fantasy fandom, where it's like, oh, this isn't Resident Evil 1, so it's not the best. Like, it sucks now, you know?
No telling where they'll come from.
It's like, damn, bro, just you either like this entry or you don't.
Any franchise that's been around for a while, like I mean,
You
Star
better
Wars,
watch out then,
you know,
Cloud.
Pokemon, like these long lasting
Don't you mean you got this?
whatever, like it's so opinionated and like people are convinced that the only they can know the true like best.
Yeah.
Like other people
like what they're wanting are these game devs to be like, here, you make the game. I know you'll do it justice.
And that's another thing. Like they'll be complaining about like something stupid that like is like hard to like implement. Like one of my favorite reviews I always see on games is, this game's amazing, but I wish it was multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like, do you not understand what you're asking?
Yeah.
Like the endeavor of taking a game that was built up on a single player.
I think it's valid to say you want it, but yeah, like being a
negative review.
Yeah.
Because of that you're reviewing it based off something that you wish was there, but was never intended to be there.
Or is like technically impossible for some games just cannot be multiplayer.
You can't review something for the lack of something.
Yeah.
If it was never intended, like you could if it was meant to be there and they got rid of it.
Yeah, like if it was in a previous entry.
If the game is single player, like a good example is State of Decay. Did you play that one?
Yeah, I love State of Decay.
The first
dude.
one was never intended to be multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solo game. You know, they eventually made the second one to co-op, and it was amazing.
I love
because
that.
They built the game up with that in mind.
Well, yep.
That was the biggest thing people wanted on the first one, but people were giving it negative reviews because they wanted it. But that's not that's not a review. That's just like a request. It's requested, like,
I didn't know you played that game, bro. We should play it together. I have it on the Xbox
I
app.
love that game. That's one of my favorite games. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's such a
probably
good
the only
zombie
game I enjoyed in the
Maybe
past
it's
decade.
broken?
Honestly.
Pretty sure this
I love
Pokemon
this
loops
game.
around too, so
Yeah, it's good. Damn, that's a big ass pallet or what is it?
wonder if we can move
Forklift.
this.
God. Wonder if you can move this, Aerith. Don't worry, Big Muscles McGee's got it.
Ah, I knew it.
Good job, Aerith. You really put your back into it, asshole.
I'm gonna try to retrieve the high score, but I really don't know if this is gonna work, to be honest. I think it's really simple. This is what it's telling me to do. It's saying that player
Come on.
restored a problem. Which makes sense. Did you show me the high score?
You're mine.
Oh, and of course it doesn't.
I won't give up.
Ugh.
Oh my god, Aerith, help me. I'm gonna die. Aerith, can you cure me, please?
Just kidding.
Oh, Aerith, you got me killed. This with powerful offensive and supportive
I
skills.
can't believe you.
She can't raise? That sucks.
Go on. Feeling chilly? That was been a new something.
How do you figure?
Because they went for the stronger prey.
I don't know what happened earlier, but I was like messing with the Unity stuff still, and like it just slowed down to a crawl. All I do is reset it, but there was a point where my like script took like literally 5 minutes to reload.
Yeah, Unity, you know, when I got my better computer, you know, I told you I built one for like 2500. When I got it, I thought that would streamline Unity, but it does not, dude.
No,
Unity just kind of decides when it wants to boot up quick.
It's kind of insane. Like, I mean, it's whatever. I know like
Yeah.
Godot is fast because there's not as much going on under the hood,
Yeah.
but it's a little sad. Like,
Yeah.
you know, be fast, please.
I feel like it could be done a whittle battle.
Yeah, for real.
There, check it out. The heart of the slums.
So, this is something I actually don't know because I've not really seen you have any issues.
Well,
When
we
you
did
have
take
errors in Godot, does it stop you from deploying your game?
Nah.
Errors?
I'm feeling a bit
Or does it have a built-in error
How
console?
about you?
Yes, it does.
Amazed.
You're in for a treat when we make it
I mean,
back.
it's not much different.
Won't have
I
time for
think
that.
some of them are
You'll
harder
wanna
to
make
like.
time for my mom's cooking.
One of the biggest things that like
And
Godot
that's
for
the
me
final
lacks
word on it.
is like
We'll get home quick and eat
intelligence
ourselves
on
stupid.
your built-in like your custom scripts and stuff. Like if you build like a function and then you try to like reference that function like elsewhere, it doesn't tell you if you've like spelt it right or anything. It won't know if you have a function called that until you run it, and then it either will somehow crash it because your function is like important, or it just will ignore it and it won't tell you. Whereas like if in Unity, if you build a function and there's like no, or you try to like reference a function that doesn't exist, it'll tell you you're trying to reference a function that doesn't
Right.
exist.
Yeah.
Godot would just be like, well, it could be there, but we don't know. Like, good luck, bro. Like, that's why I like in Godot, I was really heavy on debug messages, like logging debug messages.
Yeah.
On almost everything I was building, because that was one of the only ways I could make sure that the function was even there, was like by sending out a quick console message saying, hey, I'm doing my thing, which in turn like made me better at creating things, because that's how you're supposed to do stuff. Like you're supposed to use debug.log for a reason, and that's why, like, to make it so you can you know, see what's happening. Like it's a way to see what your code is doing in real time. So
Yeah.
but yeah, good. I mean, it's fine. Like Godot is mostly fine for error, like catching errors, but there are some weaknesses for sure.
What the hell's the refocus limit break?
I just blanked really hard. Oh my god, what am I doing wrong?
Getting tired, buddy?
Yeah, I've been at it for about 10 hours. Oh, I'm not referencing it.
As far as I know, tomorrow I don't have anything to do. I'm gonna go real hard on schoolwork, but I could hang out with you. And I'm caught up in schoolwork now, so I can hang out and talk like we used to.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I mean, after I get this set, I'm just trying to get like a reference to the high score in the main menu, and then this game is done. Like, I mean, it has
Put it on the App Store.
menu. It's got like gameplay, it has save data. I mean, I know that sounds silly, but like I've never had a game that complete.
No, I
I've
mean,
made a lot
yeah.
of streams, but like this is like a game that you could like sit down and actually play. And
Yeah,
have, like,
yeah, have like a loop. It has a gameplay loop. That's the thing.
yeah, and persistent save data, which is to me the biggest thing I wanted ever.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think that's like one of the videos I saw was like, you know, with every new project you start trying to implement a new feature that you're experimenting
Yeah,
with, and
that's
like
what I've done. Yeah, that's what I've done today. Well, I've done a lot of new stuff today. Like I said, today my new things were I learned the particle system decently well, and I created clouds to feather particles, and then I relearned the animation system to a degree, kind of hate it. And then I got back. I did a lot. I did more UI work today than I ever have, which is not a lot, but it's more than I ever have. And then yeah, I learned how to do like simple save data for, you know, player preferences with cloud. That's just one of the things that probably existed, but I just never have come across because freaking YouTube tutorials don't want to tell you about that stuff, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I swear they don't. Just tell me about player preference. That's such a strong tool. To
yeah, I've
have,
never
like,
seen that. Yeah, that's crazy. Even in like
it's built in
GameDev.tv.
community. It's built in.
Yeah.
And like you just mentioned that TV. One of their little like medium tier course where they start like building the RPG up and everything. I was really excited about that because one of the things they advertise is a save load system, right?
Yeah.
And at the time I mean, thinking back now, I was like, well, I was way ahead of myself. I was not going to be able to understand that, right?
Mhm.
But I get to that point in it finally, and they're like, and we've gone ahead and pre-built the save load system for you. And all you have to do is download it and drop it into your scene. And I'm like, oh,
Oh, that's
you're
annoying.
not
Yeah.
teaching me anything actually. The one thing
Yeah,
I bought
no,
this course
that
for-
yeah, that's kind of the same way I was
That's
thinking.
exactly what I'm talking about with YouTube is they'll show you what you need to know, but the hard bits, they'll glance over them because they themselves have probably also just stolen it from someone else online
Yeah.
and presenting it as their own original work. That was the hardest part of that course was definitely the save load system, and they just package it as a little. Like
Yeah, that's crazy. Actually, I hate that. I hate that a lot. I mean,
You can get in there and like dig through the code, but they aren't. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. They were probably like trying to, you know, that's probably a far more complex concept.
It is
yeah.
above that. Like it is too hard for that course, but you just know that that's what people want, right?
Yeah, yeah. Eventually, people are gonna need that explained.
That's why I bought it. Was because of that, you know. So
Yeah.
oh look, it works. My high score works. Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, there's a
I'm
material.
so thrilled that I can save numbers. Like, what a dumb thing, you know, like the idea of saving numbers. But like, how long have we been programming? Like over a year now, at least in Unity, like together talking back and forth. And I can finally save a freaking high score. Like, it's so stupid, but it's insane.
It's away.
Like, I'm so
wish he
excited
kept
about that.
sleeping.
It's so stupid.
Fuck is this thing? A smogger?
I got your number.
The next game I'm going to try to recreate is going to be an interesting one because it deals entirely with the one thing I hated today, which is rotation. I can't remember the name of the game. It's a really simple idea, but it's definitely like it's going to have some
Buzz off. Going in. Let's go.
Oh shit! I thought that might be a grenade, and it was.
I cannot remember what this game is called. Oh my god. You really should watch the first couple videos of that playlist I sent you, by the way. It's such a nice perspective on game designing or game development. Like, I don't know, man, it's crazy watching him go through what we've gone through with his perspective of knowing the industry but not being a part of the industry. Like, he just
Yeah,
knows
that is
everyone.
interesting.
he knows how to make a good game. He knows how developers have made these things work over the past years. Like one of my favorite videos of his is him going over how Mario has over the years had like an easy and hard mode built into each level that you kind of like voluntarily can take or not take. You know, whether it be like, you know, those extra coins that are hard to reach, that's the hard version of the level. By getting those coins, you've activated hard mode.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's the way they solved. And then like, if you can't get those, you just walk in the bottom of the floor. That's easy mode. And I mean, that's a simplified version, but he then goes through all the games and shows how they've so like ingeniously like implemented that throughout all their games in really, really cool ways I never even thought of. It's such a cool, like, he's really good at figuring out what makes a game work, and now he's trying to take all that knowledge and do it himself, and it's obviously not that easy.
Right.
No,
That gate just
but he
doesn't
does
wanna
have
open,
that
does it?
knowledge, that
Maybe
background
there's a way to
of
get over it?
this can work.
For
I just
you
have
at
to make it
least.
work, right? Which is a really cool thing. It's a cool way of looking at it. It's a unique way of looking at it.
Yeah, that should do the trick.
I need to find a little clip where he talked about this. He also is the guy who hosts the Game Makers Game Jam, which is like the biggest on the internet. And every year he'll do like like he hosts it himself, I guess. And
Yes, we're home
he'll go
free.
through and like pick like his top 100 games, I think, or whatever. And then he'll showcase some of them and explain like, you know, what makes them so special. And that is a really cool like series to go watch every now and then, because
Oh yeah, I
people
love
can
watching
do
game
this
jams.
weekend is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
And this, because he has such a huge outreach, like he has literally like tens of thousands of people submitting. You get some really, really creative ideas that I just don't even understand. You know, like how they could have done it.
Yeah,
And he also like, and he'll point out like, you know, what makes these games work, like why they were popular, why they were really for it, which is important. Like that's an important thing to know.
Should be
and
able to
understand
relax
as
a little now.
developer.
Don't forget about the Turks.
Ah,
Could come at us anytime. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, it's really impressive seeing
that's the station.
seeing how the
Somewhere else you'd
goddamn.
rather be?
sorry, it just keeps interrupting me. Seeing how like people can come up with this crazy ass game loop. That could be a full-fledged game they put on Steam in like you said, like a weekend. It's insane. Like that one where they all use the same asset pack and made like 4 different games. That was crazy. I just, it's like, damn, like it starts out as just dicking around, but then you could actually make a full-fledged game out of it, you know?
Like I want to get to the point where I can like even just consider
What are they watching?
doing something like that.
Hey!
But apparently finishing a game is like the hardest part, you know, like knowing when to stop instead of going into feature hell, you know?
Yeah, that's why he in the series in the playlist right now. That's where I'm at. Kind of. He wasn't that far, but he was at the point where he couldn't decide where he wanted to take his game. He kept going like back and forth between like platformer and puzzle games, and he was trying to like implement both. You know, like a platform with puzzle elements, which sounds great, but he quickly realized that it's tough like to teach the player to know when like this level is a puzzler and when this level is a platformer. And so like the developer, he asked for advice, you know, he told him to set himself a 30-day, like a 1-month time limit, and create an MVP, like a minimum viable product. Just create what you can in 30 days. And by having that time crunch on you, you have to make decisions and sacrifices. And it may not be exactly what you planned on, but that forced time limit will help you continue forward and make whatever you have to make work. And he ended up making something amazing because of that, because he had to make decisions rather than just like sitting there, you know, being indecisive. He had to move forward.
Are currently believed to be in hiding somewhere in Midgar. And given that this group has now attacked 2 reactors in quick succession, can they really be stopped before they strike again?
I gotta find the name of this game because it's what I'm gonna make next. I want to make next.
Good lord.
Have no fear. Shinra will keep Midgar safe.
Okay, time's up.
If she's Shinra, I'm Shinra. I guess I'll get to explore this later.
Where to go on my
Oh, what timing?
I'd recommend
Mind lending me a hand?
Place is really happening, huh?
Nice side effect of the
really
train
enjoyed my
situation.
tour of the
So,
Shinra building.
What do you say?
I'd love to, but
That's right, Bub, take a hint.
I help out every now and then. It's fun. Aerith! Well, well.
There we go.
What are you doing all the way up there?
What's it called?
Trying to get a look at the reactor.
Pop the lock. I've never seen it, but it looks
Who's this guy?
simple enough that I think I can
This
do
is
it.
Cloud.
That's
He's a
important for
mercenary.
me.
And currently my
let's see.
bodyguard. That's Oates.
See you.
Sup, Oates? Sup, you other little
2
shit.
peas in a pod.
We get it, Aerith. Everybody loves you. You're so cool.
Okay, it's like an app store game. Pop the
So,
lock.
what are
Like a
you guys
mobile
up
game.
to?
We all went to see the
Interesting.
reactor. Oh, that's right. You're supposed to come by the house.
What for?
I don't know. You're just supposed to.
Well, guess we have a new destination.
Look at Justin Bieber over there.
I should probably explain. The Leaf House is the local orphanage.
trying to think it's an
That's where
iOS
all these
game.
kids live.
Hey, Aerith, where'd you go? The church again? Next time, we should all go together.
Why, hello, Aerith. As
I hate when I
popular
find like
as
a
ever, I
popular
see.
game and I'm trying to find
Apparently,
it, and
but
there's
they
just
sure
like
keep me
a
on my
million different
toes.
versions of it as ads on
Yeah.
searches.
Better
much
than
which
being
one's real.
bedridden. Thanks again for all those herbs.
Okay, I think it's an
You've helped a lot
iOS
of people.
app store game, so I
No
can't find
problem.
it. 'Cause I haven't
Anytime.
Android.
How'd you manage to find so many anyway?
I'll send you.
I have
I'll
my
send you the
ways.
link to the webpage
him?
or the store
He's my
page. You can see what I'm
bodyguard,
talking about.
just until I get home.
And
It's
you're
pretty
sure
simple
he's
looking,
up to it?
but that's kind of what I'm looking for. You know,
Maybe.
like simple doesn't mean bad. I mean,
No, no, no. I mean,
Since
game
I'm
is,
so
like,
generous,
a
I gather
huge
medicinal
game.
herbs for his patients
So-
sometimes.
Studying
Here's the
so
Leaf
many
House.
Do you want one of these? Why don't you talk to them too?
it's basically just like a rotating
There
circle,
you are.
and
We're
whenever
back.
the
And we brought
the little
Aerith
like
with us.
indicator
Sorry
that
to
you're
make you come out here.
using to
Don't
like
be.
guide your
It's on
circle
my way
with,
home.
like
Well,
hits
then I
the
hope you
circle,
won't mind me asking
like,
for
in
some
the
flowers.
radius,
No
right?
problem.
Like the
How many?
radius. You just
All
hit
you can
space,
carry.
and then like it'll start
What with
rotating the
all
other
the
way.
doom and gloom we've been hearing on the
So
news
it's-
recently, I thought some
trying to
flowers
think if
might
it's,
help
like, in
cheer
another
everyone
game.
up.
I'm sure they will.
It's
and
super
I'd love
simple.
to help.
You hit space
Let's all wash
when
up
your
before our
little
meal.
tick mark is over on top of the circle in the lock, and that'll be like a +1 to the lock
What
pick.
decorations
And
should
then
we
as
put
it
up
rotates to
now?
the next way, you know it gets faster and harder. So
yeah.
super simple, but like that's again that's what I need is simple. Because
You didn't
that's
know
what I
that
thought
the
coming to
smell
Flappy
of
Bird. I was like,
flowers
this will be so
helps
easy.
nourish
I'll
your
do it in
heart.
like a couple
I like
hours.
nourishing my
I'm on
mind
day
and
3.
my body.
So
Stop thinking of food
that's how
so
it goes, I
much.
guess.
It's almost dinner time and I'm hungry.
I did not totally rob your orphanage just now, don't worry.
Once they're ready to eat, I'll bring some to your place, Aerith. I'm gonna read them all. Just like Jessie.
So, Cloud, what's your favorite flower?
They're all the same to me.
Huh. You sure you want to say that to a florist?
Better than lying.
Okay. Then what'd you do with the flower I gave you?
I
Gave it to a
Give it
girl.
away?
I did.
Ooh, to who? Tell me.
Don't recall.
Hmm.
What?
Thought you didn't like lying. Well, anyway.
Did he say that? Did he say he didn't like lying? It's a weird thing to say. A really interesting effect that video games do that I don't even
My
know
house is just
like
up this path.
how you do it.
Mom should be home
is when you're in light and you're looking into darkness, you can't see anything, but then when you walk in, you can, because like your eyes would adjust in real life, you know?
My house is this way.
That's
Yeah, I'm assuming it's something to do with, you remember the other day I mentioned how like that one dev talked about how you can like deload things that you're looking at.
yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I'm betting
That's
it's
my
something
house.
similar to that,
That's
like
amazing.
where if you know that the player is looking to like a lighter or a darker area, you can then like dramatically turn down or turn up that dark effect.
Yeah. Maybe.
But yeah, I imagine it's
Crazy.
more complicated
Come
than
on.
I can like there, you can see like what they did there was they literally just raised the light level.
I'm
Yeah.
home.
They had the
Hey,
lights turned up
baby.
and turned them on pretty much for that scene.
Been up to no good? Rude came
So
by.
I think it might just be like artificially
So,
turning
this
up
is
the
my
light
mom,
and
Elmira.
turning
Yeah.
down the light
and this is
What,
Cloud,
like,
my bodyguard.
in real time, which is crazy, but that's probably I mean that's how I imagine
Take
they do
good
it.
care of
so.
her?
That's my job. Or was my job.
Yep. Thanks. So, Cloud, you gonna head back to Sector 7?
The only thing I'm not happy about with this game is
Then I'll show
that
you the way.
cloud particles kind of like bunch up
Then
on
why'd
each
you have me
other,
bring
but
you
I would
here?
have no idea how to like.
What if the Turks show up again?
Oh, there's a
But
setting
I've
for
dealt
like
with them before.
sparseness.
Honestly, I'm
Yeah,
much
I
more
really
worried
I
about
tinkered with it
you.
for a while.
What if you get lost, huh?
So the issue is like
You'd
because
be
it's
too embarrassed to admit
it's
it,
not a
and so you
single
just
like
keep on
layer.
going.
It's spread out across
Quit
like
acting like you
several
know me.
wide
Mom,
layers.
I'm gonna
or
go
whatever.
take Cloud over to Sector 7.
So they're not like actually on top of each other, but
Okay.
since there's so much
But
depth
why
to
not
the
wait until tomorrow?
particle,
If you
like,
head out now, it'll be dark
source,
when you get
they
back.
can,
Better to
like,
rest
they're on
up
top of
here
each
and
other.
make the trip first thing in the morning. When you'll have daylight to spare.
I'm sure there's a way to do it, like
That's
a
true.
logic system where you can say
She's
like,
got a point, Cloud.
if particle exists
Hold
here,
on.
you know, don't
Oh,
put another
yeah.
one here.
I still need to deliver some flowers to the Leaf House.
And then I
Since we have a
accidentally
little
opened up a
time before
shader
dinner,
menu a minute ago. And
you
holy
should
crap,
come
dude. Like
That wasn't the deal.
the shader
You
menu
mean
is
you want
scary.
more?
So
Yeah.
Even though you've got a priceless
It was
reward
like
coming your way?
several hundred
Do you
lines
know
of
what I
code with like
promised
different
him?
parameters.
I'll do it.
I don't even. I don't even know.
I'll go
Doesn't
grab the
matter.
baskets. Be right back.
So when you die in the game on this game,
Die in real
you're-
life.
No, well yeah, that'd be cool.
That
But
Earth, she's a
okay, so like it pulls up the whole like play again button or quit game button, right? Should the quit game button take you back to the main menu, or should it just
They
exit the
do
application?
both. I always do both. I do quit game and back to menu. Or you could do back to menu and then put quit game on back to menu.
Yeah, I mean there's a quit game on the main menu.
Yeah.
There's also a quit game on the game over. But it does feel weird to be able to like completely close it from the.
Yeah.
I think I will just have it take you back to the. I'll just change it to be a main menu button. Is what I'll do. That makes more sense. I've learned so much today. Like it's kind of crazy.
Where the hell is she?
Main menu. I'm gonna create a new script for that.
Found him!
Not the new function.
You take this one. Take it.
I'm a man, I don't carry flowers.
Right. Off we go.
I'm starting to get like lost in my scripts. This is a lot more
Yeah.
code than I'm realizing now.
Yeah, one of the projects I made, I had to
These
review
right
it the other
here
day,
are
and I hadn't
babies.
seen it since the beginning of January.
Yeah, good
And
luck.
it was so many. Yeah, it was like 6 JavaScript files. But what was hard about it, and that's the same way React is. React is like several components used to manage one application, and I don't like that at all.
Which ones do you think we should pick?
Any of them.
Oh, don't be like
Yeah.
that.
In game dev, it makes a lot more sense to me because it's like, you know, attached to something usually. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Well,
it's like attached to an object typically, or a type of
That's the one I gave
item you make.
It is?
I know what you
Nice
mean.
try,
Like it's a
mister.
different way
You
of
can't
thinking
fool
about
me.
programming. It's not at all like. You know, that's why I mean it's been forever, but I remember talking
I think we
about
still need a few more.
people who like work in like
Which should we pick
cybersecurity.
next?
They're geniuses, right? Like when it comes to programming, that doesn't mean they can make a video game. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
It's a different type of programming. You know, it's no different than like knowing how to speak English. That doesn't make you able to teach math.
Yeah.
You have the tools to teach math, but that doesn't mean you can teach math, right? So you can know how to program, but the way you use that tool can be very different across, you know, different professions. So game development is a very unique way of programming.
People used to give these to
I would say it's
declare
more
their
unique
loyalty to
than
one
a lot of
another.
others, where the
Interesting,
skills
right?
you learn here will rarely transfer elsewhere. I mean, it's not entirely, but you know,
Yeah.
the engine itself is what
She
you're learning.
said, as many as you
The
can
language
carry,
is
so maybe a few more?
a way to interact with the engine.
Whoa,
But what you're
pop
really doing
skills,
is
huh?
learning the
I
engine.
gotta hand
That's,
it to you.
that's
I
more
never would have
important
thought
at
of
this
that.
point for us,
It'll
is to learn
definitely
an
take them by
engine better.
surprise.
Okay. I don't know where
I think we're good now. What do you say? Shall we go?
I put the scripts for quitting the game. I don't know where I put them.
Is it not called? Oh, well, do you have like a game manager?
I'm
No need
logic.
to
It's
hurry.
gotta be in logic.
We're not under the gun or
There it is.
anything.
I'm not cut out for
Wait,
this crap.
no?
Sure you are. And when
Oh, yeah,
you're
there it is,
done,
okay.
you'll be drowning in job offers.
Yeah, one thing I did learn today is
So
I was trying to figure out a way to like
arrange these
quit the
flowers.
application out, right?
Don't know.
Because
Well,
I
we'll
didn't have like
soon
a
find out.
exit button at first. So when I was creating it, I learned that you can just like application.quit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's what you have to do to quit a game.
Mhm.
That does not work in the editor though.
Yeah, I knew that.
So
I learned
you
that
have
when I
to
was
do
making
you
one of
have
my
to do,
games.
like, editor application and then set it to false. So what I had to do was, you can do this. I've never seen this in C#. I mean, it's definitely like a Unity thing. Since you do the code snippet, because it's kind of weird. And
I just
similar to, like,
put a debug log in my application not quit.
so that's what you use. You put the little number sign
Mhm.
or the pound sign or whatever, and you put if, like it's like an if statement, but it's not.
I'll wait out here.
And it's saying here, if you're in
Oh,
the editor,
okay.
then use that version of whatever,
But
and
I
then
might be a
after
while.
that,
Why
it's
not
saying if you're
check out the town?
non-editor, just use the normal application.quit. It's a way to check if you're in development mode or build mode.
Yeah.
So I can't remember what they called it. There's a word for it. But a lot of people, a lot of developers will build functions that may behave entirely different in development builds than they do in like production builds. And that's how you do that, is you set up this little if statement with the pound sign to tell the engine that this is meant to be done only in editor, and this is going to be the build version. And that's why, and it made sense when I was reading that, it finally kind of clicked where people ship games and suddenly there's bugs. And like, you're like, how could they ship this game with this bug? It's so obvious. And it's because the version of their function they were using was an editor function that was not tested in a build environment. It was the build version was different. They forgot to do something that they did in the editor, and they didn't bring it up to the build version of the function. It's super interesting. And that's the only thing I've used it for so far is just, am I an editor or is this a build? So I can, like, when I sent it to you, both that function's there, and it just detects that it's in build mode.
Where's
It's
Eric?
not in it's not in editor mode or debug mode or whatever.
Where's Aerith? The Leaf House leaves.
Aerith is such a sweetheart. Exactly. They're what give the local
Okay, let's see. I need to make this function. I am procrastinating. I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I was figuring it was pretty late for you.
Let's see.
But I'm not one to shy away good company.
I also learned about this. You can put like a bracket with context menu over a function, and you can actually like run your function manually from the editor window, like with a button. Like, so this one here is like the increase score function. So like when you score, you get +1 point, right? I can set up a button in the editor to also run that function manually to test it, which is kind of cool. I had no idea you could do that. It's like a built-in. You can make your own button basically for the editor to click.
Yeah.
Which is, I can do that in Godot. I knew how to do that in Godot. It's like a tool thing, but it's in Unity too. I just never knew about it till now.
Yeah, it's interesting actually.
Again, super useful. Never seen it on any tutorial. It's kind of weird. Like, I'm starting to really
Hate tutorials.
That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I am so tired of being screwed around with and just like led away from what I'm trying to figure out.
I hope you haven't forgotten about my
Like,
research.
okay, you remember how I told you earlier about that video where the girl like was trying to teach how to do like rotations on the axis and like started off with like this is how you make a new Unity project, right?
Yeah.
Her next step in the video was going to the App Store and downloading a really nice looking asset pack to make this stuff look pretty. That was half of the video.
I mean, it's like that's a lot of game dev now. Is like, you know, we talk about this a lot too, about how a lot of people will take indie when they make indie games, they'll just buy a bunch of really high poly assets and end up fucking their game up.
Well, that's different though. Like this is a tutorial for a specific thing.
And yeah, that is
like
pretty annoying.
The little card, the video card, was like a picture of those assets that looked really nice and fancy. And half the video was her showing you how to install those assets using this demo verse. And then the last like 1/4 of the video was the actual thing you're wanting to learn. And that she didn't actually teach you what it was. She just copy pasted the freaking documentation code over to her project. That was it.
Please let me know when you have made your preparations.
Crazy. It's crazy.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for all of your help thus far.
Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm getting more material. Oh my god, I got so much. That's actually cool.
I've done it. I've developed a new material.
God, I know I'm tired now because I can't figure out how to make it function. I'm like, where do I put this?
Just go to sleep, bro.
Alright. Void.
Steal materia, that's sick. Can you steal? Provoke materia. Oh my god, I need that. I'm getting my ass kicked all the time.
I was trying to like somehow fit this into like another function, but I had to build a new function for this. And I was like, how do I fit this into the quick game function? You can't.
Then I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
But
okay.
Like Shiva.
Scene manage. Yeah. Load scene.
Oh, she looks cool. Oh my god.
Time to burn. No holding back.
All I have to do, it seems too simple sometimes, so that I'm like understanding how things work. I'm like, I can't work, and then it does.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that, it's not gonna work here.
Calling fire.
I gotta block that. I cannot do this.
Burn. Try this. You're mine. Come on. Gotta be careful. Not looking good. Get him.
Oh no, 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 no. No, no, no. Leopard, help me. Come on. Oh, it sucks so bad.
Whenever you decide to play 13, you should let me know.
Oh well. Yeah,
I
like
I played it last year again. But I always play I pretty much play it like once a year at this point. But
oh yeah.
Right.
No.
Let's do this.
Oh, okay. The game is actually not. I don't think there's any bugs as far as I can tell. I have fixed so many bugs in here. I've added so many stupid high score. There is high score. All UI is covered. The only thing I would want to add, I guess, is like an option to save co-op.
Let's do this.
I guess I wouldn't need to put a soundtrack behind it if I wanted to, like.
I mean, you could, but it just depends on how like.
There's free sound, just a simple loop or something. But I feel like that would actually hurt it at this point because it's. I don't think it needs sound behind it.
Good job.
I beat Shiva, yay! That was cool. I like that. Oh yeah, look at that little.
Outstanding! The Shiva summoning materia is complete.
Hell
and now it's
yeah.
yours. Use it as you see fit.
Thank you.
The Lady of Frost is the perfect companion for a
Final
man
Fantasy
like you,
13's
Cloud.
version of Shiva is
She will prove most useful
I
when the
love
time
it.
comes to
15's version
destroy
of Shiva is
Shinra.
really good.
And
Looks better than this one, in my opinion.
in 13, each like main character kind of has like what do you call it?
Oh, he just gives it to you. You don't even gotta buy it. That's cool.
I'm trying to think of the word.
I look
What do you
forward
call it
to
when a story
receiving
like
all of
a
your future
story gets
battle
like to
intel
the
submissions.
big part? Oh my god.
Oh, like a
climax.
Yeah, I was gonna say a crescendo, but it is a climax. Yeah.
So like every like character in 13 has like a personal climax in their story, like where their personal story kind of like comes to a head. And generally around that point is when they kind of like face themselves, and usually that involves one of the eidolons, like the summon things, confronting them. So like, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but they each get their own little summon. That's like that's how they work in there. Instead of being like materia, they have like
Portion of all proceeds goes.
they're just bound to them basically. So like for reference, this is gonna be a little spoiler, but it's not a big deal. Lightning is her summon is Odin.
Yeah,
which
that's
fits her thematically because it's a lightning elemental summon, right?
Yeah.
And then like Shiva is ice, and
So that's snow.
she's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool design in 13 because like in 13 it's two like ice.
Can't leave without
I don't know, spirits, I guess.
Yeah.
And they can like and also like each mount they have pretty much has like an alternate form. So like Odin is like a horse, but then he can also like transform into like a warrior looking thing. Then like Shiva is two like ice fairies, where they like combine to make like a freaking motorcycle. Like it's crazy.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then like one of them is like a demon looking. It's a demon, I guess, and he turns into like a flying demon.
Probably
that's how I like to describe it. But like they all have like their like a secondary form. That's how they like transportation works in that game. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Can't leave without telling her.
They're very thematic.
Yeah,
13, like,
I know in 12, Alex has told me that in 12 they're just airships.
Yeah,
They're all like
it's a little lackluster.
Yeah.
When I think of Ifrit, I think of like a giant fire demon. That's how I see him in my head. Like he's always a giant.
Most games do a good job of making him like that.
What else could he be?
15 is his most interesting take that I've seen so far.
They ran away after this creepy guy.
I think his
Black
16
Cloak showed
form
up.
is my favorite looking ever.
That's what I
But 14
It's this
might be
guy
my
who's
second.
always stumbling
14
around
is
town in a
of the
dirty
games
world
I
full
have
of
played.
holes.
14 is my favorite.
They say
Ifrit.
he's
But
sick or
16
something.
looks amazing.
Oh, and he has some kind of number tattooed on his arm.
Yeah, I really.
I don't like
Ifrit
the sound of this.
It just looks.
I'm gonna check
It looks 16 looks amazing. Yeah.
Description.
I imagine it's gonna be another one of those. It's just dark the whole way around.
Come on.
Alex has told me like Alex hasn't told me anything game wise about it, but he's told me it's pretty dark.
I want to play like it. I can't even tell you how much it like hurts that I have not played that game yet.
But
like,
to be fair, you still have a lot. This is how I kept myself sane. Because Alex kept offering, like, hey man, I'll let you borrow my PlayStation to play. And I'm like, no, I still have other Final Fantasies I need to play. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I got. That's how
I do too. Yeah, I have a lot of them I want to replay too, but like, I mean, I know we've talked about them a lot, but like Final Fantasy is like my favorite series, like that and Kingdom Hearts. Like, they're probably my most played games like ever. Like they are my thing. So
I know this place is
to not have access to the newest one
if we want to
because
rescue
Sony is a
them,
little prick
well,
really makes me
we gotta break
dislike
the
Sony
rules.
more than I already did.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. Like they think by making their game exclusive, I'm gonna just like.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you so much, Sony. You give me a reason to waste money.
As an adult, as an adult, you don't give a fuck.
To me, it has the opposite effect. It makes me dislike their brand more than I already did.
Out there. Don't worry.
Capcom's easily my favorite developers right now. But man, it really pisses me off what they do with their VR content. They lock it to only Sony VR or PlayStation VR, and that pisses me off.
Sony is, when it comes to exclusivity,
most toxic.
They are so toxic, and then they will turn around and complain when other companies.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Sony is one of the most hypocritical companies I've ever seen when it comes to video games.
And they're such a fucking mega corp too, you know, like
they're not though. That's the thing. Other than their video game industry, they're kind of not a great company. Everything else they have kind of sucks overall. Like that's why they're so hard on their freaking games. That's where the majority of their freaking money is. It's just, you know, I want to work in games. But if Sony was like, we'll hire you, I'd be like, oh, no. I would honestly kind of more of the kind of like,
I think I'd rather be an indie dev. I mean, unless it was a good number they threw at me.
That would not be my first choice. If I could like choose.
I definitely would not want to be if somebody threw like a, hey, will you make this exclusive? I don't think I would do that. I hope that would be.
I can't imagine how much money they must offer.
Yeah,
like
because you know that companies are gonna take a loss on that, you know.
Yeah, like surely you make more money if you put it out on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC. Surely. And like when it comes to dev time, it's not. I mean, like in terms of like turnaround to get it on the other platforms, it's not that bad. So like it's not like a compatibility problem. It is a business problem. So they gotta offer them enough money, like up front,
to compensate for those losses.
To make them not feel so bad about the long-term losses they're gonna face because of their. It is short-term greed that causes this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A lot of companies fall for it.
But sometimes I wonder if it might be like you know, they just know the right people. You know what I mean? Like obviously they're still gonna offer them money, but you know. I know that like Sony execs and like a lot of the Japanese companies go way back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean like SquareSoft. I mean, before it was Square Enix, was mostly a PlayStation thing, right? Like they do have a history with PlayStation, but that doesn't make them. It's not like they're a PlayStation company or whatever. And I mean, look at Xbox. We have almost all the games now, other than 7 and 16. So I mean,
there they are.
I don't know, like.
And they're not alone.
It is a bit of like they have a history as a company.
Yeah, well, and you gotta think the culture of Japan is very honor bound, you know, like it's like not. So I mean, I think a lot of it is that. I mean, that's like Nintendo's whole thing is like they're like we won't let our products go anywhere because they do the same thing, and I'm honestly tired of letting them get away with it.
Nintendo is clever when it comes to their stuff though because they've never made an exception.
Yeah.
Whereas like Sony
sometimes will and sometimes won't.
Yeah, or like.
And it seems to have no rhyme or reason.
Square Enix, for example. I mean, they've done exclusivity obviously with this game, for example, but they don't always do exclusivity. Like 14 is going to Xbox in a couple months after the series. Like, I don't know. As a developer, I would imagine you want your game to play as many people as possible. Again, so it's got to be a top level like
I'm
this.
pretty good at protecting
And
myself,
it's not really like it's not healthy for everybody. It's not a positive thing to make something for the industry. the only thing it's helping is the people up top. Long term, it hurts the game, honestly. As soon as I saw that 16 was a exclusive, my like excitement immediately turned to disappointment.
Yeah, because you knew you were gonna play it immediately.
Yeah, like that's not a positive thing for your game now. Like that's a negative thing. It didn't make me think better about your game, and it's not because it was Sony. If Xbox had done the same thing, I would be kind of disappointed too. Like that sucks for PlayStation.
Like I said, as an adult, you're like exclusivity's
the
toxic.
console war crap is so stupid and
like,
childish. Like I mean, most people don't even care anymore, but there's still that small portion who care about that crap.
Hold on.
And I really do think like the main aggressor, that they really push that mindset of exclusivity and teams or whatever. That they're the ones who push
Oh, this motherfucker poisoned me? God damn it. Oh no, this motherfucker poisoned me.
Gotta be careful.
Oh shit.
Go on.
Earth can focus magical energies on this tempest.
Wait, seriously?
It's crazy that something like this little like smaller character is like a one-off little mini boss or whatever, I guess. And like he's so detailed and has so many unique animations.
Oh yeah. Like something
And
they'll
he's
never
just,
probably
like,
use again, yeah.
This would be like something like as an indie dev you would spend possibly weeks on.
Yeah, and never let go of. It would be in all your games.
It would be like, look at this. It's everywhere in my games. I love it. And they're like, yeah, we can make it for like a
We can toss it, yeah.
Like we can maybe fit it in somewhere. Good job. Like nice artwork. You know, like it's just it's crazy when you really look at the scale of some of these games and like what they.
No, I agree.
I still think overall like the industry is bloated.
Oh no. Oh, okay, you gotta get a Phoenix down, bro.
I'm here.
Like when like GTA 6, they announced like it's gonna cost like $1 billion or something.
We'll make it quick.
I don't see how. I don't know how a game can actually cost $2 billion.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's crazy because games. I mean, I was watching this one guy who was talking about like the things he saw just from the preview technologically, you know, and he was like,
I know that, but like it's kind of like movies where like a lot of the budget goes to like paying the actors, you know, in a movie. It's not really like
all good.
Anything that it doesn't have like any. It's kind of fake, right? Like you're paying an actor whatever amount he needs to be convinced. That doesn't mean the actor is actually worth, you know, $6 million or whatever. It's just you're willing to sacrifice that much money to get it.
Stay back.
I think it's the same in gaming where companies will spend a lot of extra money on stuff that doesn't actually matter. It's just like a visual deal. Which I mean, I get it. Like it's fine. It's whatever. But when you're talking about literally hundreds of millions, even billions of dollars, like there has to be that you could cut off if you wanted to. There's too much top, like too much. Like I said, there's like too much bloat at the top.
Still in it.
I agree.
And I get it. I mean, like, I'm not saying like one of those people are like, oh, I would never work for one of those. Like, I absolutely would. If I had the opportunity. It would be amazing. You know, temporarily, maybe.
Yeah.
But I also understand that like their primary focus is not the game. Like it's the profit, which is fair.
We'll be right there.
I think they definitely sacrifice a lot of games these days. Like sacrifice the game for the business.
Yeah, 100%. Think of things like you know, Lethal Company releasing and getting nominated as a game of the year because it was just so new and refreshing for people to play, you know. Like, it wasn't a high quality game. Doesn't look amazing. It was just a fun gameplay loop where you could tell the dev was wanting to do something that they enjoyed.
And then you look at games like Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
Excited for.
Yeah. I heard nothing but terrible things from it.
There's no campaign. Like,
bro, yeah. I heard it. There is. It's like 3 hours long or something.
It's not even that. Like, I don't know if you played Modern Warfare 2, but they had this like game mode called Warzone.
Let's head back.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what they put all their time in.
Mode,
yeah. I played Warzone. I played Warzone 1.
Well, it's not Warzone. I'm sorry. It's the NPC version of it, like where you're fighting mostly NPCs instead of other players.
That's weird.
Extraction or something. I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically like a Warzone game mode, but instead of real players, you're just like in a team of 3 or 4, and you mostly fight NPCs, and you try to extract at the end of it, right?
Oh, so I'm trying to do like a Tarkov thing.
Like yeah, that's the campaign for 3. It's those missions every time. And
that's crazy.
You get some cutscene story. That's it. There's no like Modern Warfare 1 and 2, the remakes, were amazing stories. The game, like the story mode, I actually like did not recommend Modern Warfare 2. The story was super fun. Every story mission was unique in its own way. Like, they were just fun missions. Like they were unique. Like, there was like a stealth mission. There was like sabotage missions. The sniper mission was like insanely intense. It was just super good.
I might have.
The story was also decent. Like it was what I wanted, I guess. The characters were all memorable. There was like a crazy scene where you're like on the border of Mexico and like you're like running through like residential areas and like hopping from house to house. It was crazy. And then you come out with 3. And it's just like, oh, do an extraction mission for 30 minutes, and you'll get a 5-minute cutscene, and that's all you do for the whole game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that game costed hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Try to stay behind me.
And you're telling me that's all they can do? Yeah, that's insane. And like Modern Warfare 2, it ended with like a bit of a cliffhanger. Not really, but like the ending of Modern Warfare 2, the remake, was setting up the beginning of the original Modern Warfare story.
Yeah.
361 started where like I forgot his name. The main antagonist of the series. You start to find out who he is.
What's his name? Shepard? Is that it?
No, Shepard is.
You talking about the Russian one?
He's not Russian. He is Russian. I can't remember.
Makarov, or I think it's Makarov.
That
Makarov's the one that like you hang in the end of 2. Remember, you like bashing his head against the ceiling and then he falls.
Okay, yeah. So that's who you're going against in the original stories and the original ones from 360.
Oh, so they didn't.
So
they like
the
redid the
ones,
story. They didn't.
So the
like,
new ones, you start before that all started.
Oh.
You get a lot more backstory for like Ghost and all those
and
Price
Soap,
and stuff.
yeah, Price.
So you're setting up all these characters' backstories, and the second one ended with them getting like the intel drop on this Makarov character. Like they're learning who he is, and then it ends. Like they're finally gonna like we finally caught up to the original story, and everyone's like, oh yeah, now we're gonna get a modern day take on the original storyline finally. Like they literally ended it. You know, the first game was controversial because of the
no Russian or whatever.
The Russian scene. That's the ending cutscene for Modern Warfare 2. The secret ending was the Russians setting up.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry, not Russia. It's the airplane one where
Yeah.
they are getting on the plane.
Yeah, the one where they're gunning down the whole airport.
Someone special.
No, in the first game, the ending level was where they're on the plane and you're hijacking the plane, and like it's like a 20-second time mission where you try to like hijack the plane as quickly as possible.
No Russian was Modern Warfare 2. My bad.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so
that one was controversial as well.
That one was really controversial
because they were like you literally gunning down civilians.
Yeah. So the first one ended with the hijacking. The second one has the airport scene.
Since you're so cool.
So
you guys are both
the
grown-ups,
modern
but
one, like
you're
the one
also
that came
one
out
of us now.
recently,
You can come and
ends
play
with
here
a set
whenever you
up
want.
to the ending of the first game, where the airport, where instead of you're in the plane, you're playing the Russian in the airport about to board that plane where they're about to hijack it. So that it was just they did all this work.
Is it Sephiroth?
It'll be okay.
It's just frustrating because they did all this like effort to tie it all together and like lead it up to it, and then they released 3, and it's literally a joke. It's not even a game.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things about it.
Not him. It looks pretty
This is
damn
crazy.
similar.
There's the number. But
And then
why
like
two?
you know, Power World is still like blowing up and everything. And I saw the game, the lead developer gave like an interview, and they were asking, oh, well, what's your, you know, like your game vision or whatever, like your vision for the game. And he's like, there is no vision. I just want the game to be fun. And people were like mad at him for that. That he was like, how dare he not have a vision? How dare this game be fun? And that was so stupid to me. Like,
Yeah.
how can you be upset about this? He just wants to make a fun game. Like,
Come on.
the industry is so, it's
You
almost
don't know who
corrupt in a
Sephiroth
way.
is, do you?
Sephiroth, the war hero? I know he died in an accident 5 years ago. They said so on the news.
Maybe they did. But I've got a feeling he's still alive.
I keep seeing him in my schizophrenic episodes.
Right. Come on, let's go.
Okay. A weird reaction to me telling you that. Come on, guys.
A lot of people around here need help.
I'm trying to leave!
When I'm out on patrol, a lot of them tell me about their problems.
Oh, his mouth is
Do
not
you think you
syncing
might
at
be
all.
interested in helping out?
Well, I'm all for it. We still have plenty of time.
I'm on the clock.
Don't worry, I give you permission.
I always have the latest
Look at that dude in a Moogle outfit back there. What's up, kid?
Super inconspicuous. Like, he blends in super well. I mean,
Yo, sorry, I don't
I
see any
didn't notice.
kids that need help over here. I just see a Moogle. Alright, what do you
Right, is that a Moogle? You can see me, Kupo?
Oh,
And you
doing the
two must be
Koopa.
very,
That's cute.
Very special people. In that case, welcome to the Moogle Emporium. I'm the owner, Moggy. You must not be familiar with Mog the Moogle. It's a pretty famous fairy tale. Mog wanted to bring happiness to all the Moogles of the forest.
oh, that's
So
the
he decided to
Grand
open a
Saucer
shop of
music.
wonders.
Around 14.
That's right, Kupo. I opened a store to bring happiness to the slums, like Mog. And you know, only people with the purest of hearts.
So here's a crazy thing that I don't think you ever saw. They had a battle royale for 7. It was so damn good.
Magic isn't perfect.
So fucking good.
Really?
Yes. They released it, it played for like maybe a year, and then it was
It
out.
can be yours
They
if you
canceled
love
it.
Did they like
Moogle
take it
Battles.
down?
But
Or they
they'll need to
removed it
buy
entirely?
membership first.
Hold on. This a Moogle membership card. Okay.
If you find any Moogle medals, you can spend them here, Kupo.
But yeah, it was a battle royale where you played as soldiers in training, and you had like you were like going through through Midgar
Of course. Just
in a
like
VR
Mog the
simulation,
Moogle.
basically. It was so damn fun though, and like you could customize your. I gotta get away from
I
the
see you're
song.
working hard.
Yep.
I gotta get away from the.
So
She's
what
just
are you
blasting
gonna
my
do
ears.
next?
I'm gonna go help people.
I'm working hard.
As you always do, I'm sure.
You know, this is how I earn a living.
Not helping kids, but
Really? I thought you were just doing it for fun.
I suppose some people do.
Hello, I'm some people. Nice to meet you.
Earth, you're so weird, man. You're so ditzy. You're so quirky. Anyway, let me get away from this fucking music. I can't deal with it. Anyway, so the battle royale was really cool. You could like customize your chocobo, customize your vehicle. You could put like Final Fantasy songs on in your vehicle when you're driving it. The combat was amazing. You picked your class like you would in any other one. Like they had the ninja, they had dragoon, they had soldier, they had like they had red mage. They had so many cool fucking classes. And then when you're going through Midgar, you're collecting materia as well as guns and melee weapons. No, your class determines your melee weapon. So you didn't pick up more melee weapons. You just picked up more guns and materia. And you would combine the materia to like make a stronger one. And you would use that in your team to like, you could be a support player. It was so cool, man. Like, I'm not huge on battle royales anymore, but that one had me hooked. If they would have released
It's really
that shit on
frustrating when like
PC.
stuff like that happens and like they just.
Welcome to the Moogle Emporium.
I guess it just wasn't the audience that they were looking for that. Like it wasn't like the overlap is not there. Like,
Yeah,
if they were
what
gonna
it-
play, like, tutoring,
What I heard...
they should have released it as like a standalone like $20 game or something. That would have been worth it.
What I heard was that it was because of the they had given it to a company who was like really bad with money. So yeah.
Yeah, I think like games like that, like when it's like a multiplayer mode, like or again like the Dragon Age multiplayer mode, that was a really cool multiplayer mode in my opinion. I would have bought that. I would have bought that as a standalone game for like $20. Like,
Right.
if it had been like a little like if it had been like a teaser game that came out before the actual release of the main game for like 10 or 15, $20 or whatever, they probably would have made more money doing that than they would have by including it in the base game as they did. I think then you have the opportunity to like
work your magic.
Like expand it more because it's its own thing. It's not tied to the base game.
Well, that won't do. Come on, Cloud. Let's go get more. Good luck, guys.
Oh my god, this gold saucer music's gonna make me blow my brains out. Holy shit. Anyway, yeah, the oh, that's so nice. Silence. Holy shit. Like that's what I was saying whenever I was playing. I was like, oh my god, this game's so good. If they would just release this on PC, the player base would be insane. One of the big things another thing that was really cool, they had a battle pass, and that's what I was gonna spend money on it as soon as but I'm the type that when there's a battle pass, I have to complete the battle pass before I buy it.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of like that. I'm just, if I get it, I feel compelled to complete it. I will play to the point where I don't even like the game if I have to.
Yeah, if it has stuff I like on it, but anyway, what was I saying? It had a really cool event where like the first event was like the season of the Dragoon is what it was, and Bahamut was everywhere. Or Bahamut would randomly come in, and you had to defeat him to get like I don't know if there's like an upgraded class of Dragoon, but to get the Dragoon class, or whatever's stronger.
Like generally, like in the games, it's like Lancer and then Dragoon.
Okay, so yeah, you could be the Lancer class, and then if you defeated Bahamut, you'd be the Dragoon. Yeah, and it was.
That makes me feel things. I'm gonna be honest.
Dude, it was so cool, man. It was so good. I used to like, you could sync it up with your it was only mobile, but you could sync it up on your PlayStation controller and just fucking. Oh, it was so good. If it would have been a PC release, man, it was so cool.
Like it would have been cool if it had been like a standalone thing, like
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's frustrating.
It was so good, man. The customization of your chocobo was super detailed. So was your character. The materia looked amazing. Like, it was so good. And it just died, man. And it'll never... like, mobile games that die like that make me so damn sad. Like, Near Reincarnation, their mobile games dying, it's so upsetting. I've sank so many hours into that game.
I really like the mobile games. Like, I'm playing this one now. I've been playing for like 3 or 4 days, and I'm like hooked. But then I'll see some mobile games I played like years ago, and then I'll look it up, and there's like it's the game, but then there's like a 6 after it, and I'm like, oh, I should not have invested any time in that game because they're just gonna release a new one and get rid of the old one. I really hate that in mobile games where
I saw them wander off into the scrap.
they just re-release it instead of like updating the old one. They'll just like release a new version. They call it like part 2 or whatever. That's really common in mobile games, and I get it, but
you will? Oh man, you're the best.
Yeah, I don't know. Mobile games are weird. Sometimes they're amazing. Sometimes they're not worth playing, like investing time into because it's not meant to last long term.
I mean, I think there are some, like, I don't know, there are some that are really good and, like, have lasted. Like, Fire Emblem Heroes is really good, and it's lasted. It's probably one of their best, like in terms of profit, one of their most profitable games.
Yeah, but those games are also, like, to me, what's crazy about those kind of games is, like, the valuation they place on their product. Like, I'm sorry. One of the things I was playing recently on mobile, it was like a newer one called Watch Her Realms. It's like a tower defense game, but with like gacha, like hero mechanics.
Yeah.
So, there's always like the 5-star legendaries here, right? Like the best ones. So they don't ever make it obvious like what they consider them to cost. But
There's
if you
about to
break
be a
it
boss
down
here.
in the game, some of them would like cost like to max out or whatever, like upwards of like $500.
Yeah.
To like fully build that character properly.
Yeah.
They're communicating to the player that this character in my game is worth $500 to you, and that's just unreasonable.
I agree.
Right? But what's crazy is there are those players who will pay that. You know, like there are
yeah.
whales who will pay for that, so it makes it a justifiable decision on the developer's side.
Yeah,
of it to,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
make those crazy priced objects, and then like the casual players start to suffer because of
Because
that,
they're not keeping up. Yeah.
Yeah,
If it
dude,
has
you
PvP.
can't.
If it has a
Yeah.
PvP. Whoa, that thing looks crazy.
So that's my biggest like ick
I
with
agree.
mobile games.
No, I do agree.
Is like there is like that casual player experience, but like the full game experience is never achievable by someone who doesn't put $1,000 into it or more.
Yeah, I was
There are
like,
a lot of,
there's a new,
Genshin.
there's a new Atelier game that came out, and I was in the chat for the Discord because you got like premium currency for joining the Discord, and I was like just looking at what everybody was saying about it, and and there was one guy who was like, yeah, man, I spend like 10K a month on these, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm just like, how do you get that much disposable income and make that bad of a decision? That's crazy.
Yeah, I could never.
Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, if you have money, do what you want. You know, like, if you can afford that, all power to you, man. Like, I don't think I could ever justify myself spending $10,000 on a mobile game that probably won't last longer than like at most 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, there's very few mobile games that have lasted longer than a few years. Like Clash of Clans is probably one of the longest running games in the world. I mean, I don't like player base that goes around. I don't play it, but like I'm surprised they haven't like released Clash of Clans 2. You know, like
For real,
because then they make more money, right? So it's just like it's really hard to like. It's no different than consoles really, but it's like a bigger scale. Like, there's a bigger gap in the market more than there is in console. Like sure, like you buy a console for $500, but you know you're getting that for minimum usually like 5 years. You know, and then if you're lucky and you're longer for $500, you know you go to mobile, you spend $1,000 on the phone first of all, which is way more than a console price, and then you're spending thousands potentially on a game to fully unlock it that will only last 2 years if you're not bored of it. So like the mobile market is impulse. That's all. It's an impulse thing.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And I'm gonna like do all I can. I get decent at this game development stuff. I play like the amount of ads is gonna be sickening. It's gonna make it nuts. You play, you get ads. You play pods, you get ads. Everything is ad.
Yeah, that is pretty gross.
And all you have to do is pay me $3 and you can remove them forever.
I think that sounds reasonable.
Until part 2 comes out.
Hey man, at least you don't have microtransactions. You got to make a living somehow.
No. Those will be there.
Okay, so it's ads.
You can choose.
So if I buy, yeah, I was gonna say I can either buy a cosmetic for my feathery bird, or I can remove all ads, but I can't do both.
You can remove all ads for $3, but just for just $1, you can buy 100 skip ad credits, and you can skip 100 ads for just $1. I mean, you think you'll watch more than 100 ads? No, you can spend $1 instead. That's all you gotta do. It's just $1. The game's free.
That's true.
Well
That's true. You know what? You sold me.
Yeah, I mean, but it is that simple. That's how they all work, and it works, dude. It's crazy. The stupid game I'm playing now for the past few days, I spent $3 to skip ads. I did it. Like I ate ads, and I'm like, if they remove
just $1,
I'll do it. Like yeah, it's cheap. Like I would rather waste a couple dollars than an hour. I'm that kind of person. If it's worth it, you know, like if the game's good or whatever.
Yeah.
But that is the mindset of mobile games. Is well, you know, it's just a little bit, and then suddenly it's a little bit more, and a little more, and then suddenly you're $500 with that, and you're like, where did it go? And then you're like, oh, this game's not even that fun now.
Yeah. Now, yeah, I was to like get things. Yeah, now I've got it. Yeah, that's true.
Like there's nothing else to do other than PvP, which is never gonna be worth it because you're
outpaced. Yeah.
So then you move to the next game. That's what wells do. They swim. I
won't give up.
Oh my god, please, Aerith, heal me. Oh, what is this? Prey? Oh, cool.
Gotta heal first.
Oh my god, Aerith, you piece of shit! Oh my god, Aerith, you have no ETB. Or ATB. ATV?
Go on.
Aerith, what are we doing here, baby? Phoenix down for old Cloud.
You'll feel better in a second.
Oh my god, oh my god.
You can do it.
Great.
I do have that one where I have to open that. I mean, I know it's not like a big of a difference, but this little game, like, it's easily like,
Oh yeah, 100%, yeah.
The I mean, obviously it's Slappy Bird, but like, the development line, all I have to do is like sit around to be like a get ready. I don't know. That's all I have to do.
So long.
Throw a couple ads on there. Made menu ads. Like a banner ad. You know, $2 to move it.
Aerith,
It is
please.
crazy when you look like the Slappy Bird dude. He made
Don't catch a cold.
Like, a few days, and like to he felt threatened. He just ghosted the entire planet, and it's just like living luxury somewhere still, probably after that one little game.
Oh yeah, that I think about that a lot. Yeah, I think about that a lot. It's definitely an interesting thing, and like I wonder that I was thinking about this when you were talking about like about you know like hey, this is a complete game. Like I wonder if you would get in trouble if you did release that, you know?
Yes, because the game's style is called Flappy Bird clone. They would find that so bad. But like I mean like you would have to make it unique in some way, right?
It's called Happy Bird.
Yeah, I mean the name's different, right? It's enough. No, like you'd have to. It's obviously like inspired heavily at the moment. You would have to add something that makes it distinctive, you know, as a property. So, like the game maker dude, that's the YouTube guy. His spin on it was
oh shit.
His spin on it was he gave the a dart that he could shoot out. And you have to like shoot little targets to like open up the pipes before you jump through them sometimes. Like his little action mechanics. It was pretty clever.
Don't overdo it.
So, like that's probably enough there. Let's do this. Like that's all you would really take. I'm not sure how long. I don't know the legality of this thing at that kind of level. Because it's not Flappy Bird. You're not like it's your own code. It's just inspired
right
by a new product, but you didn't steal his code. You know, I created all my own art this time, which is another thing I did today or this week. I didn't use any assets of mine. I created all the crap I used and basically like slide. And it looks okay, honestly. It doesn't look terrible.
No, yeah, I agree.
So like. Whereas the idea is fine, the production. I'm not sure. I don't even know if like the Flappy. I mean, like there's so many Flappy Bird clones on the store.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I mean, I don't even know if it's copyrighted, and that's the biggest deal.
Yeah, I doubt it was trademarked or copyrighted or anything like that. So, yeah, you probably could post it honestly, and you'd be fine. Now, whether or not if you somehow made a lot of money off of it. Whether like he may have rights to come in after you for it, honestly, I don't know. Like it's hard to know. That's another part about like the indie, like the solo or small team dev thing is like you have to also like eventually learn the business side of things. Like, let's do this. You know.
So long.
Oh my god, please die. Please fucking die. I hate these things so much.
I honestly feel pretty good right now. Like, I know it's such a stupid game, but man, like, I've never completed a game till now. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. No, it's super dope.
That's like always like that what they tell you to do, right? They say, oh, just make a game, like make something simple.
Yep.
And I've never done that. I've always like
wanted
to know how to get there. You know what I mean? Like, what does that even mean to be like to have a game? So yeah, to kind of get to that point where I like, okay, this is a game. It's kind of cool.
100%. I agree. It's pretty
And
neat.
now the next one I make, I already know all these like little tricks that can
Yeah.
turn into the next one.
Yeah, I can't wait to see your RPG where you're flying through pipes.
I've already got Oblivion Part 2.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be $2.
I heard.
That's
You
it.
got them all,
It's $2.
right?
I bought it.
Robots from the reactor getting lost in the slums. Must be because of the
Every
explosion
swing of
at
a sword
top, huh?
costs 1
They
attack
must have
credit.
thought they were protecting
You
the
can buy
reactor
credits for
and figured I was
50 cents.
trespassing on their turf or something.
Maybe.
And if you're a
Almost
premium
feel sorry
user,
for
which is only $10
getting
a
all
month,
lost
by
and
the way,
confused
super
like
cheap,
that.
your
What
attack
am I
credits
saying?
still double.
Man or machine?
Yo,
Shouldn't
that's a
bitches get what they
deal.
deserve?
All right, bro. Can I do the early access? Like, can I pre-order this with like a deluxe
I'm
bonus?
not trying to get VIP experience.
Yeah.
$50 a month. Time and
Before the game releases.
yeah, just trust me.
Sorry
You'll
about putting this
you'll
on you
get
all
what
of a
you
sudden.
paid for.
I'm really glad you were willing
Maybe.
to help out, though. Thanks again. Actually, while you're here, I've got another favor.
Oh, not another
There's
favor.
this old guy who hangs out in front of the weapons
That
shop.
would be an interesting part of
He might
mobile
need your help.
development. Is like
Would you mind
you
talking
have to
to
like
him?
work with the Google or the Android API to like implement ads.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of interesting to see how that's done and how you like actually like make money off that system. Because like that's free games make money from ad pay.
Oh, I know you.
Oh,
You
I'm
must
sorry.
be that mercenary. I have a
Okay, so
problem.
he was saying with
It's the
his
anniversary of my
ads,
wife's death,
he was
and I
making
wanted to visit her
basically
grave.
0.01
But I can't
cents, so
because some
100
creatures have turned the
per ad,
graveyard
which
into
is
their
not.
nest. Could you
But
do
he
me a
was making
favor
about
and
his
go
game
there
is
in my
big,
stead?
and he was making
She shouldn't
at
feel bad
best
today.
$3,500 a month.
It'll cost you.
It's pretty good.
That's fine, that's fine. The graveyard's
But
right
that
by
didn't
the
last
head
long,
of
he
the
said.
river. But I heard they put a new gate in now that those creatures have moved.
Didn't we buy a graveyard key off Moggy? I think we did.
They crossed the line.
I think also a lot of like mobile games will see like, oh well, if you have this many ads, you'll make this much money. So they like throw too many ads. I think there is a balance where you can have too little ads where you make nothing, but then you can go the far end where you have too many ads.
I mean, the biggest thing I see is intrusive ads.
Yeah, we're like to the point where I've uninstalled so many games because of that. You lose a player because of that. There has to be a really smart balance of when you show them and how you show them and how often you show them. Like if like Flappy Bird, for example, you wouldn't want to like show an ad after every time you die, right? But you might want to show an ad every like 30 minutes of gameplay or something. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to do it every time something happens, because then you're like, it's like a ticket price. Like I know that when I play this game I have to watch an ad. That's not something you want to have to do.
Yeah.
But if like you showed one every like dozen games of Flappy Bird, then maybe like the player can put up with that because they got a good 30 minutes of game time out of it. A 30-second ad's not gonna kill them, you know. But if
I think you probably base it off of their deaths, you know.
Yeah, I mean maybe.
They do every 2 deaths
then
or something like that.
You're bad at the game when you're punching them, right? So
Yeah, they don't need to be bad.
I'm betting. I know like the most, like when I play like a lot of like newer ones, I like this more. But a lot of newer games, what they do is they'll do like you can watch an ad at the speed of a timer.
Oh yeah, or gain currency and stuff
Yeah,
like
like stamina or something.
Yeah, that is a
Where it's
very
like
smart one to do.
opt-in
Or get more
where you, like-
energy.
Yeah, like where you don't only reward the player, but it's a completely optional opt-in thing to do if they want to speed up the game.
Come on.
I think that's a really clever way to do it because I mean I'll watch that. And still, you're gonna make more money if you convince them to eventually like pay a couple bucks to remove that entirely in the long run. Because you're never like if you're saying you get like 100th of a cent per ad view, it would take 100 ads for that one player to make $1.
Let's do this. Here we go.
One more shot!
Oh yeah, so 100 ads per viewer to get one from each one. So to get $3 would be 300. What? So they would have to watch 3,000 ads, I guess. That makes sense. So either somehow the player watches 3,000 ads.
Oh. Yeah, bitch.
Going in.
One more shot!
Sorry. See ya.
This one's for you!
This has feminine iOS that has revenue. Come on.
Let's finish this. No holding back. Enough.
This must be it.
Aerith, you're about to summon a monster, aren't you?
Hey, you want to say a prayer too?
I don't
No
pray.
thanks. I think you've got it covered.
This guy had 100,000 installs on iOS. He was making 300 a month.
I'm really grateful for what you did.
300
Here's
installs?
your reward.
No, he had 100,000 installs.
Oh, okay.
Maybe more than I can ever repay.
And he was making 300 a
I owe
month.
you a
My
lot
bad.
too. I know it's not much,
Which
but
sounds
I hope
nice.
it makes up for it a
Because
little
it's like,
bit.
I mean, it's not really passive
We
income,
paid
but
our
it kind
respects
of
to
is,
your
you know,
wife,
like after a
and we
certain
took
point.
care of those creatures.
But then you're also like freaking groceries
It's
are like
such a
$150
relief to
now
hear.
for like a bag.
Yeah, it's definitely like a you can have a part-time job and probably do this.
I was
Yeah.
beginning to think
Again,
I might
that's
never
where
be
the
able to
quantity
visit her grave
over
again.
quality comes
Right.
in from mobile
With
gaming.
my bad back and
Unfortunately,
my
that's
legs,
probably
my whole
why.
body's a mess.
Of course, there
frankly.
are those few games on the mobile
I
market
didn't
that's
think I
like
could
raking
make it
millions
past the
of coins, yeah,
creatures.
like microtransactions.
But I was prepared to die
you know,
trying.
if you're just gonna
And then
rely on
you two
ads,
came
I don't think you're gonna
along.
make much. It looks like
Still, I've got to face facts.
you would
Creatures
have
or
to
no, I can't keep making
have
these
some
trips.
sort
Don't
of
say that.
This
like
is the graveyard key.
option
Run it
for
back to
players to
Lobby.
spend if they want to
But
spend.
I just told you about my
Which I don't think is
legs.
wrong. Again, like
Why
I don't
don't
think
you
there's
just
anything wrong
give it
with
back?
like people spending money on mobile games
Okay.
if they want to support the
It'll
company
cost
that
you
they're playing
5,000
on. You know, like
gil,
I'm playing a game for
It's always money
I don't know
with
10
you
hours a
people.
week on my phone or something.
Fine.
There's nothing wrong with me
I
throwing the
won't
money
ask you
away,
for
like I did.
anything else.
So
Now take your
as long
damn
as like
key
you know,
and give
as
it
long
to
as
the boy.
what I'm spending is
It's downright
a good
depressing.
return, I guess.
What is the world coming to these
What the
days?
fuck is wrong with you, Cloud? Jesus Christ.
It feels good to help people out, doesn't it?
No, he was an asshole.
You having fun yet?
Heaps.
Then you can't be afraid to show it more. Don't forget, it's all about service and salesmanship.
I'll leave that to you.
I think my plan this year
All right,
right now
but don't
is
think
just to
you
try to
can
get like
rely
at
on me
least
forever, mister.
like one game
Wasn't
a month,
planning
like
to.
one small game per
That's
month
good.
minimum.
Because I command a very good
That I can
salary.
like, you know, build up a little catalog of just to like have something to show.
Heard you've
Yeah.
taken out your fair share
I
of
think that's a
money.
good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good goal to have.
Got what you
Barely
need to stay safe?
deadline's the 31st. I mean, the day's 31st, but I already had the next game for next month lined up, and I think I can do it quicker.
What is it?
I mean, that little
Oh, yeah, the one you told me about, yeah.
like a rotating circle,
Oh,
and on the edge
you're
of the
that
circle you have
former
like a little
soldier,
like
aren't you?
rectangle. That rectangle
Cloud,
passes
was
over
it?
like a marker.
Former
and you hit
soldier
space,
turned problem
and then it starts
solver.
going the other way, but
Are
faster.
you okay, Miss Folia?
And it just
You
like
look
accumulates
upset.
over time. I think it'll
yeah,
be kind of interesting.
I am pretty upset. The kids are still off doing patrols,
The problem
even
with
though
that
it's
game
now
is I
time
can't
for their
play
lessons.
test it
Not a
to
single one
see
of
all
them
the
has come
little
back
quirks
yet.
about it because
Patrols?
it's iOS only.
Is that
You
a
have to
Leaf
do
House
different-
thing?
I don't know.
Something they do to help out?
That's right. In return for the donations we receive, the kids go around town picking up litter, running errands.
The Flappy
that
Bird game
kind
is
of thing.
pretty simple overall.
I
though,
don't
like,
suppose you've seen any of them.
the
have you?
programming side of it was actually pretty simple. It was more engine
see,
stuff for me
I
this
have some
time.
important
Yeah,
plans
yeah,
this
like you said, you
evening,
struggled with like
and I
UI stuff.
really need to go and get ready.
The complex thing I had to do in the
Would you
coding
like
was
us
like
to go round them up?
if statements. Like, there
That would be
was no
wonderful.
array work. There was no like
There are 5 of
whiles
them
or
out on
anything. It was
patrol
all
right
just
now.
ifs. There was no need
They
for
all wear
anything
homemade
else.
swords on their backs, so they should be
Which
easy
is
to
probably a
spot.
good thing. Like if you can make code simple, then you should make it simple. There's no
Aaron,
reason to
you're
make it
back!
Yeah, 100%.
Come, look what we've done with the flowers. Lovely, don't you think?
Great job. It's wonderful.
What'd she do? I didn't see it.
Isn't it?
Oh, I nearly forgot.
I saw some Shinra suit walking toward your house a little while ago. He was dressed all in black. A little scary looking.
I wonder if localization of games like this, if they like have different lip syncing.
I think some companies do, some don't.
Sometimes it looks like it lines up really well. And then other times it looks like they're just speaking Japanese.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
I mean, definitely lip syncing when they're in cutscenes, but
should be worrying about right now.
Yeah, like the important scenes.
Yeah, the important scenes, yeah, for sure. But like when it's like these, nah. That's what's so impressive about. I don't know if you know anything about the RE engine, but what's so impressive about it is, like, what makes it an innovative engine is there's no cut between cutscene and gameplay. It literally just goes into a cinematic camera and that's it. But it's still so like they do their like mocap and everything for their gameplay. So RE engine's really like it has, I don't know, it's pretty impressive. Like, and their games look amazing. Like that the whole time keeping it looking amazing.
That's why they can do what they do, because it already looks so good. Looks better than most games already.
Yeah, I would say that Capcom's following close on the coattails of Square Enix with their engine. But here's the thing that Capcom does right that Square falters on a lot. Theirs is always optimized. Square will kind of botch that a lot of times, releasing stuff on PC not optimized, and it'll start performing like ass.
Well, I think a lot of companies release crap on PC that isn't optimized, or it's not even that they're not optimized. It's just not optimized for your setup. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem with PC game is you can't know everyone's setup. You can only optimize so much. Eventually, you're gonna have the issues where you have like people with weird setups or cheap setups like mine, where you can't.
Hey there.
There's
How
a point
goes
where
the
you
patrol?
can't help it.
Great. I've been picking up garbage and giving people directions. Plus, I helped an old lady cross the street. You've been busy. It's a normal day for me. Gotta work hard. The house depends on people's donations.
Like,
oh no! I'm late! Did you see Miss Foley?
Yeah, that would be one of those, I don't know.
I gotta go!
That's something you could probably find for like a single scene if you wanted to.
That shit would be, that would be where I would be hiring artists.
Like in pixel art, I can definitely think I can manage it, but when you come to like art like at this level, where it's like millions of polygons and like crazy depth and stuff, like you have to motion capture. You just have to. Like, I don't think you could rig up enough models. Like,
I mean, I follow a few 3D artists that do all their stuff like hand by hand, but like it does take them like a long time to do it, you know.
I mean, you still have to do rigging and stuff with like motion capture, but the motion capture helps immensely, like with natural, like fluid looking movements.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Kuko.
You can watch a video all day and try to like mimic it and code like the animation, but it's really hard to get it to look natural. It always looks a little strange.
Come back soon, Kuko.
Like, one of my first things, I don't know why I did this my first thing, it was so stupid to try, but when I was like first into like 3D modeling for like Minecraft stuff, one of my first mobs I tried to make was a bear, like just like a normal looking bear.
Yeah, I remember that.
And oh my god, dude, the walking animation was so complicated because bears like walk on like a 1, 2, 3, 4 step pattern. It's not like a 1, 2, you know, that's just like the front leg hits and then the back right and then the front left and then the, you know, whatever. Like it doesn't hit. They're all hit on their own little beat. And to animate that is so difficult. And I saw that like Godot doesn't have it, which sucks, but Unity has like a skeletal animation system now, where you can like create an asset, like you can even pixel art if you wanted, and you can like set up joints.
Unity doesn't have that?
They do now.
Oh no, you said Godot doesn't. Godot doesn't. My bad.
But it's kind of crazy. Like you can create some pretty.
Hey there. I've been watching them really close.
Organic,
you want to open up a shop? Yeah. So I can earn lots of money.
Just dragging,
teachers don't like to talk about it.
Force and stuff.
But that's a secret anyway.
So I might try to look into that honestly, because you could do some like procedural like animation with that, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Or I saw some people, I can't remember what you call it now, but like Like normally, like when I was trying to animate stuff,
Where are you
for
going,
example,
Cloud?
like if the leg was gonna move, the first thing I would move would be like the elbow or whatever, right? Like the top part of the leg, and then you'd work your way down the leg to where the toes were eventually, right? There's another way of animating where you start at just the bottom of like the foot, and you have to like set up these like rules to the rigging, but you set it up so that when the bottom of the foot moves, the rest of the skeletal system reacts in a way that makes sense to that movement. Like you set up a rule set, and all you have to do is move the bottom of the foot itself, and the forearm, and the like, you know, the elbow or whatever. It all moves alongside it just naturally, which is I need to look up the name of it, but it's a really cool system, which like allows you to create like really crazy random animation, where as long as you know where like the feet are gonna be, especially like forefoot.
Oh yeah, like lines, yeah.
The rest of the body is gonna follow it because it's set up to follow that animation. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty neat.
That is definitely where Unity shines over Godot, is that level of complexity stuff.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for all.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off here. It's getting pretty late.
Alright, bro.
2 a.m.
Yeah,
I've done it.
I'll be on some point tomorrow then.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna be a little late because you're gonna be exhausted.
Yeah. Cynthia's only good to like Scottsburg or something tomorrow. I'm not really sure what's there, but
You're good, man. I'll be here all day until like 5. I'll be hanging out with Giovanna, but I'll be free. Today's just tomorrow's Wednesday, or today technically is Wednesday, right?
It is Wednesday. Wow.
Yeah,
Alright.
cool. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'll be free.
I could have swore it was Monday. So.
I look forward to receiving all of your
Damn, bro.
Dude, I've been going at it.
Yeah.
The past few days have been like a blur. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like,
Hello,
I'm trying to
Cloud. Sir,
it is.
I think you soldier
I know
guys
that
are
the computer
awesome.
like 12
I
hours
want
a
to be
day.
strong and tough
Exactly,
when I
yeah.
grow up
Tough.
too.
Alright, man. I'll
You
catch you
sound
later.
very
See you, dog.
determined.
These are dangerous times. A reactor blew up and a bunch of kids lost their friends and families. Who
What's
knows
up?
what might blow up next?
Hey, what's up?
Getting our asses beat. Coming to the house soon.
And I think the
Bye.
teachers are gonna have
Random
a whole
ranked
lot more work to
players.
do.
Oh.
Speaking of teachers,
That's
Tori is looking for you.
Oh man, I
your
completely
main,
forgot.
your
I
main
have to get
Christian is
back
who
right
I'm
now.
playing though.
That's
Coral.
it. Let's go
Yeah.
back to the house.
He's good.
He's very good.
When did you get here, Andrew?
About an hour ago now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was making sure it wasn't like fucking, you know, like 12 and we could have played some of the...
Nah.
I figured you're gonna be in the hospital all night and get your leg cut off, get a peg leg, or a gun leg.
I was hoping for it, but then they were like, "Nah, she just gave you the wrong medicine."
Oh, wow, I'd be
The
pissed.
children finally came
Yeah,
back.
I was very pissed.
Thanks to you two.
I was pissed
Okay,
because
everyone,
I missed time
come
at
inside.
work for it, but then I
Yeah.
also like
The toad keeps back.
I had this.
saw him
I
near
now
the
I have a
hideout.
hospital
We gotta
bill that
do
I'm gonna have to
something
pay
about
for
him.
it,
The toad
and all
did?
of it just because she
A
fucking
weird,
prescribed me
creepy
one
monster
medicine
we've seen near the
opposed to the other.
hideout lately. He wears a crown and walks around like he owns the place.
Because
He's
this
not
medicine's
king.
like
He's gotta be
the one
monster
that
royalty at
she gave me at
least.
first.
I bet a
It
soldier
doesn't
can
treat
beat him
the
up
kind of
easy.
infection that
Oh,
they
yeah,
thought I have,
really
or they think that I have.
Here's the thing.
It is because they fucking
I don't
tested
work for
the
free.
shit out of my
But we
leg.
don't have any money.
And she was like, "Yeah, we don't know why he gave you that."
for money.
And I go, "Yeah, I don't
But if
fucking
we
know
ask any other
either.
grown-ups
I've been
for
here for
help,
6
they'll
hours. I'm
find out
going
about
home."
the hideout, and that'll be it.
Like, yeah, well, we gave
We
you
really don't want to lose the
this
hideout.
antibiotic that
Come
they
on,
gave
help
me shots
us.
with, and then they were like,
and
"Yeah,
we'll
we
give you some
prescribed
cool
you the
treasure
right
if you
one."
do.
So yeah, you take
And
that
if
4
that's not
times a
enough,
day for
I'll pay the rest
about
of your fee
between
once I
7
open my
days.
shop.
You're good.
Well,
I'm
if
like,
you won't help, then we'll just have to kill it ourselves.
No, I was about to beat his ass, and now he's making the comeback of a lifetime.
I'll do it for 3 gil.
I should have known when he hadn't.
I'm offering a special discount right now on Toad King jobs. Looks like it's your lucky day.
I'm about to call you an asshole, dude.
Now that's my kind of bargain. The hideout is the only place that belongs to just us.
Now let's go beat up this toad. Sorry, lady.
Sounds like you made a real.
Sorry.
I heard there's someone going around helping Christian.
What's up?
Jesse's. I was like, I saw you in there with Jesse, and I was like, I love Christian, and Jesse's a cool dude, but I am not doing that again.
Look at it, man. We're just chilling. We made a Flappy Bird clone and we're talking about it.
Oh, nice.
I want to become strong just like you.
He's too smart for me.
Dum, 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 dum.
Get back.
I can fight too now.
Oh, unlocked a new combo. That's cool.
That's that.
That wasn't so bad.
Jimbo.
Jumbo.
Jumbo?
Probably Lindsay. It says Jumbo, my brain is broken.
Jumbo.
Guess I gotta.
See, I said it the first time, but then I said Jumbo, and I'm like, what? Jumbo.
You're mine. Shatter. That it?
Bum, 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 bum.
I mean, I figured the governor rat clear.
Kinda in a rush, so.
Here it comes.
Fuck, I'm getting.
Let's finish this.
Grab combo.
That was never in doubt.
Full thing.
Leave this to me.
I don't think so.
What a fucking legend. Oh, you might be mad.
You're mine. See ya.
I don't know why, but another big king meme I keep saying is, oh, this guy's pulling moves from 2002.
See you around.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't play king enough to know.
I don't know. I wasn't sentient in 2002.
Come on.
I'm with you.
I was
Let's go.
growth in 2002.
Actually, 2002, I was like 5, so yeah, I was playing Tekken at my sister's grandma.
God damn it, stop with this goddamn combo. It doesn't even do that much damage, it just takes so long. I don't want to play this game like this.
Just break it.
I can't.
I know. That's also been what everybody in the comments says is, oh, just break it.
Okay. Glad you're conforming. Expecting better from you.
That was your first problem, expecting me to be better.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I still managed it in the last round. I fucking got it. And faster. Let's go.
Don't close your... Freeze. That's it. Get ready.
Fucking shit, Aerith. Come on.
Not looking good. Sloppy. You're better than
That's had me scared, man. I thought I'm gonna die. What's up, guys? Got the piss beaten out of me.
Did you defeat the Toad King?
I did.
Yep. Kicked his butt real good.
Awesome! I knew you could do it! Now we don't have to worry about the king and his smelly friends. Thank you so much! Here, this is for you. The treasure we promised. It's definitely worth at least 3 gil.
Okay, kids. Playtime's over for now. I've prepared a special assignment for everyone. One that I expect you to finish today. Understood?
Yes. Yes, Miss Folia.
I appreciate you getting rid of the Toad King, by the way.
Wow, Miss Folia, you must know all their secrets.
Oh, if only. Easier said than done. They're always on the move, looking for new adventures, chasing new dreams. All while trying to make the lives of everyone around them just a little bit better. I try to make sure they don't stumble and fall. And when they finally do, I help them back up.
Sounds exhausting.
Sometimes it is. But I want the children to know that until they can stand on their own 2 feet, that I'm here to support them, care for them, love them. That even if we're not actually related, we're still a family. A real family, in all the ways that matter. If I can do that for them, then, well, then maybe I'm making this world a better place.
I know you are.
My predecessor taught me everything I know. I just took up his torch and ran with it, I guess. Not that I'm anything close to what he was. Biggs is one of a kind. Oh no! I've completely lost track of time!
Do you have somewhere you need to be?
More like a dream I need to fulfill. Thank you again for your help.
I wonder what kind of dream she's chasing tonight.
No idea.
Thanks again for saving our hideout from the king. In return, I let everyone know you guys can join the game as special guests. If you want to know more, then come to the hideout.
Ah, well, I guess I got to. Sorry, ma'am.
Want to help me out too?
Furthermore,
Us folks in the
confirmed.
It does everything bad. Oh, triple slash. Okay. I need to use that more. Deliver a devastating combo. It switches modes in one fluid mode. That's kind of cool. Okay. So, and then...
I
See.
heard there's someone going around helping people who need it.
So I'm checking some messages I got.
Now that things are starting to settle down a bit, we can finally play Whack-A-Box again. It's all thanks to you. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's this tired-looking guy out by the community center, and I heard he was looking for some help.
We're playing a Whack-A-Box. Come on now.
Well, what do you think? Do I have what it takes? Oh, hey, Cloud. You're just in time for our favorite game, Whack-A-Box. You want in? It's super fun. The rules are easy. The person who whacks the most boxes is crowned champion of the hideout. We usually don't let adults play, but since you're cool, we're gonna make a special exception just for you.
Thanks, guys. A Moogle medal? Okay. Spectral cogwheel. Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. Cool.
Brace yourself.
long. Let's do this. Sorry. All right. Sorry. Let's do this.
Oh, man.
Wow, Cloud! I've never seen anyone do that before! See? Pretty fun, right? Play with us again, Kay?
Please let me have to do it 3 times. No, okay, I got everything.
What do you think? Do I have what it takes?
Wanna play some whack?
Oh, I got everything. I'm good.
You'll
Thanks.
never be any good unless you whack, whack, whack.
I did one. Young lady, go to your room. See you, bro. Okay, now let's go investigate this guy at the community square.
I'd be honored. Do I? Sounds like you made a royal mercenary?
Huh? You're the one.
You wouldn't happen to be a certain merc that's become the talk of the town?
Yep.
I'm Damon. Little more than a humble reporter with the Daily Buzz.
That rag? The one that's always printing awful rumors about the slums?
On the contrary, my dear. We strive to raise awareness of the plight of our undercity brethren. We seek a better future for everyone, rich and poor. Now then, my friends, I find myself in need of your exceptional services for a trifling matter. Are you familiar with the mysterious and notorious bandit known as the Angel of the Slums? She delivers written declarations to her victims, usually Shinra associates, before divesting them of their valuables.
Everyone knows her. Everything she steals, she gives to the poor and needy.
Yes, she's got a knack for public relations. Very popular down here as a result. Nevertheless, she is a criminal and a threat to the public order. I've made it my mission to unmask the villain, but the locals have been uncooperative and uncommunicative, to put it mildly. And now that my identity as a reporter has been exposed, my sources have all deserted me. Which brings me to you, the merc of the hour, and the man who will serve up my scoop.
I thought we'd put those days of war and death behind us, but Wutai won't let us move on.
Good to see you again, Mireille.
Good to see you too, Aerith. I'd heard you found yourself a funny new friend.
Cloud, meet Mireille. She knows everything there is to know about the slums. Mireille, meet Cloud. He's a former soldier and super strong.
He looks useful enough. The kids have been talking about you. The defender of the secret hideout. And now the hero of the Leaf House is helping the Daily Buzz look for the angel of the slums.
I am?
I'm a lover of the whispered word. Not that it's any real secret.
Not looking into it for the reporter. I'm doing it for myself. Call it curiosity or whatever.
Or could it be you've fallen under the angel's spell like so many others? Anyway, it so happens that I have some information for you. But I'll need a moment before I can give it to you. Why don't you wait with that reporter of yours?
There's some youngster going around lending a hand to those in need.
It's always a pleasure to
So, any news?
Have you tried talking to Mireille at all?
Mireille? As in the Mireille? I chased her for days begging for info, but she wouldn't. So how'd you get the old...
This old bird had a change of heart, that's all.
Then quickly, before you have another, tell us. What do you know about the notorious angel of the slums? Has she struck again? Is that it?
I don't know anything about that, but I do know where her hideout is.
Her base of operations? Now that's a scoop! Where is it? Tell me!
Deep in the scrap, at Lookout Point. Hardly anyone goes out there these...
Lookout Point?
But before you go, I should warn you about this rumor I heard. About it?
Oh!
Quite large. Lots of teeth. Always hungry.
Oh, well... well, a good reporter knows never to take...
If it's a plan you're looking for,
So, my good mercenary, if I might impose upon you again, it would be lovely if you investigated Lookout...
I made a promise to...
Did you know?
Finally got power.
Get down here right this second!
Aerith is such a sweetheart. Us folks Hey, you gotta be that work. Keep it up, buddy.
Thanks, man. I will keep it up. I don't like just having Aerith, man. That's cool. I didn't know you could. That's cool. I like the mini-map way better.
Seriously?
Wow, that was
Let's go.
actually really good. That is not what I expected.
Come on.
I'm with you. Let's go. Stay back.
Best do it right.
Oh shit. Okay, Aerith, I'm gonna need you to hit me with fear, please.
I'll take care of you. Stay strong, okay?
Yeah, you got silence, nice.
That's it.
Calling lightning.
Damn, that silenced me again.
Hey, you asked for it. Hey!
Calling lightning. Let's do it.
Stay back. This one's for you. Stay back.
So long.
I'm backing off a bit. Get him. That's it.
Buzz off.
Hey, you asked for it.
Here it comes. Won't last long. All good. Not looking good.
I'm backing off a bit.
It's on now.
Go on. I'm feeling pretty weak. One more shot. That's it. Wait, seriously? Okay, up and at 'em.
big deal.
I was doing this the hard way, holy shit.
Hey, you asked for it. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay then. Guess we should look around. The guardian angel of the slums will collect your offering on behalf of the poor.
This must be one of her calling cards.
I don't see anything else interesting. Let's head back and tell him what we found.
Believe it, you found one of her calling cards! This is the genuine article, I'm sure of it. Pinned by the angel herself!
So this is one of her famous warnings.
It's an incredible find!
Hold on. Looks like there's something else. A message. To the nosy Shinra reporter sniffing around, I was planning to teach you a lesson you would never forget. However, by the grace of your mercenary friend, you were spared that lesson. But next time he might not be around to save you. You would be wise to watch your step.
Not just a message from the angel, a warning.
If the Merc here hadn't bailed you out, sorry about that, friend. Here I was, just trying to help you out. But instead, my kindness almost got you violently killed.
Now. No harm, no foul, right? In any case, I hope this narrowly averted tragedy won't discourage you from sharing information with me in the future.
Hey, everybody! The angel left another calling card! She's gonna rip off Don Corneo!
It's about damn time!
Don Corneo's no easy mark. I can't wait to see how this goes down.
Excuse me, I'm a reporter for the Daily Buzz and...
So much for my reward.
Here, why don't you take this? Oh, and no need to thank me. Let's just say it slipped out of that reporter's pocket. Can't call it theft if you're just claiming what you're owed. Am I right? Well done, Mr. Merc. You certainly lived up to your reputation.
Very cool.
We probably ought to call it a day.
Getting late, huh?
You've been working so hard you lost track of time.
Had to. The pay sucked.
'Cause they didn't know if you were worth it yet. But now they do. Come on, let's go home.
Alright, cool. Probably gonna save here. Probably best to do that. I'm gonna do that. Hell yeah. Alright. And that was it. That's the end of the show. See you guys.